Welcome to H2K Infosys. H2K Infosys is a e-verify business based in Atlanta, Georgia, United States. We provide 100% job-oriented, instructor-led, face-to-face, true live online software training programs. It also includes access to Cloud Test Lab with software tools. We provide live project for you to work on. We also provide assistance with mock interviews, resume preparation and review, and job placement assistance. H2K Infosys is trusted by so many students across the world. H2K Infosys provides world-class services in IT training with real-time project work for corporates and individuals, special IT training for MS students in the United States, software design, development, QA manual and automation, performance testing and maintenance, IT staff augmentation, job placement assistance, and tech support.
All right. So here I'm going to record the script for parameterization as well as the output values. So this is the application I want to open and click OK. And now, so click on the record button. So that brings the application I want to open. And here I'm going to enter all the stuff. So this is the one, just I'm trying to insert order. And then after insert, just I'm going to capture this order number, right? So what I'm going to do, say insert output value, and then so text output value, click on top of this number. And then click OK and stop recording. Sorry, close our application. So click on this modify button, and then so modify this something, say meaningful name, say flight order number, right? And then so click OK and click OK. All right, and then so go and close the application and stop recording. So basically, this is the script what I recorded for this the flight reservation, right? Then what I'm going to do, just even in the keyword hierarchy, you see the same script. So now I'm going to parameterize the data. Okay, so let's parameterize. Say this is the active screen, and so this is the Frankfurt, the city names, right? So this is the flight to city and flight from city. I'm going to parameterize, and then so this is the flight from city, and then so I'm going to parameterize this part. This is flight to city. And also, I do a little bit on the customer name also. So this is the customer name, and then so click on this and select this parameter. And then you're going to say the customer name. So this way, just I parameterized three data now: flight from, flight to, and also the customer data. So if you go to the data table now, see basically. Here actually I go and parameterized. So the flight from city is Portland, and say Portland to something, some city, say Paris. And then so customer name, so test 1, test 2, and test 3. This particular customer is say London to Paris. So this way, I'm going to test the application with these different data, right? This is the parameterization part. And when you look at here, the flight number we don't know. Once you run the script, then the script is going to create the order for this, right? The script is going to generate the orders for all these customers. So that's where right now actually like it is empty. So let's save the script, and also like I'm going to keep after this insert order button click. Okay, so this is where the script is going to click on this insert order button, right? This line. So after this insert order click, this I'm going to put some wait statement. This is nothing but the synchronization, so that you're going to ask wait your script for 10 seconds. So now I'm going to run the script. Okay, before that, see, even because you are doing parameterization and also the login is also part of the script, so you're going to use the system util, right? Because this account and run settings is not going to work if you want to open application multiple times. So that's where what you're going to do is you can just select the first option here. Okay, so select the first option and click OK. And now you're going to do system util dot run, and you're going to provide the application executable file. Okay, so this is the application executable file. Just I want to open application in the script using system util object. So now let's save the script. So okay, I'm going to say output value with parameterization, something. Okay, this I'm going to save the script and run it. So what happens? So today just you run the script, and then you want what are the orders that is created by the application. So it's going to run. Okay, so the script is executed, and finally you're going to get your script results. So that's what you're a little bit excited. Okay, my script is executed, but what are the orders that is created? So what are the orders that my script is created? So you want to refer, right? Or you want to send those orders, like what are the orders that your script is generated? So you want to send it to your lead or somebody else. That's where you are going to capture all those order numbers from the application. You see in the results for each customer what you entered, so it's going to capture all those order numbers here. So this is the output value functionality. Because these orders get generated dynamically, whenever you run the script, the application is going to generate those orders, and then you want to keep these orders for your further reference, or you want to send this order information to somebody else, to the development team or to your lead, or just for your reference. So that way just you can output those values. You capture that runtime data and then keep it. So this is an Excel sheet, okay? All you have to do is just, if you want to, just you can copy and then paste it in a separate sheet and then send it to the people like who needs this information. So that is the output value functionality. Okay. Okay, so is this clear to everybody?
Sam, one more question. What is the difference between global sheet and the data sheet we have seen the parameters when you set the parameters?
Alright.
We see two options, the global sheet and data sheet. In when we put the parameters, set the parameters. What is different? What is the use of that global sheet?
See, what are the things that you are putting? By default, it's going to take the global sheet. Global sheet is available for all actions. Say global is, your script can read data, whatever the data that you mention in the global sheet. You see, right now actually this data is in the global sheet, so that can be read by any action. Whereas, say for example, you can also create different actions, right? Here, like you go and select the, where is that from? So you can also create a new action. So there is a, under insert menu, so you can say call to new action. So when you do this, so this is action 2, right? Then what happens, whatever the data, suppose if you mention something here, okay, say something like, say flight number or something, right? Or just flight from city, the data. So whatever the data that you entered here, this is under action 1. So this, if you want to read this into a different action, then you cannot do that, because this particular data is restricted to use by action 1 only. Whereas if you mention the data in global sheet, that can be used either in action 1 or in action 2 or in action 3 or action 4. You can use the data across any actions. Okay, so that is the difference. Okay. All right, so now let's see. Like in the last class, basically we're talking about the data. So we're talking about how to create what we did, the VB scripting part. Yes. So we discussed about the basic concepts, like what is VB script, the features of VB script, and then what is data type, like the variant, and also we looked at the operators, how you can use them. Okay, so anybody having any questions on that? Do you guys practice? All right. So okay. So what are we going to do is now let's first we talk about like the functions, like how to write functions in VB script. So you can see the function, right? So how to write a function in VB script. So the function and the function name. So I want to write one function to add two numbers. So I'm going to write the function name, and then so these are called the function parameters. So I'm going to say two parameters, a comma b, and then so I'm going to do here the addition operation. So that's where I'm going to say addition is equal to a plus b. So that's how you can write a function to add two numbers. Okay, you can add a function, and this function is going to add two numbers. So function is the keyword, and it should end with n function. That is the syntax like we have to follow, and this is the function name. You can give any function name. These are called the function parameters. And then, so you are saying again, addition, that is the function name, is equal to a plus b. So once you do this function, then how you are going to call this function? How to call the function? So simply you are going to say, I want to see the result, something here, say message box. And then now we are going to say, what is the function name? So this is the function I want to call. And now instead of a comma b, I want to pass the numbers because I want to add 3, 4. This way, once you write the function, you can use it wherever you need. How many times you use it? Okay, just I want to add 3, 4. I want to add 10, 4, or I want to add 3.5 with 4.6, right? Or some big number, so 1290 with 4678. This way, once you create the function, you can call the function wherever you need, wherever it is required. So this is how you can write a function, and this is how you can call the function. You can use the function. So whenever you run, It's already in there. He gone out. He's in the trick and treat that one. He's outside. Alright? Maybe you can join. He's somewhere in the community. Alright, bye. Okay. So now I'm going to run this particular script, and then it's going to use that function. So what's the first one? It says, because it executed this one, right? Addition of 3, 4, and then it's going to display the result in the message box, this small window. So it says 3, 4 is 7. Good. And then what's the next function? Next addition you're doing? Again, you're using the same function, but you change the values. It is 10, 4. It is 14. And the next one, 3.5 plus 4.6. That is 8.1. Right? So that way, it's going to add all these functions. You can use that function wherever you need and whenever you want. Once you write the function, you can use it in any scripts, right? Alright, so the next one is the big number. So that way just you can create the functions and use it. Similarly, okay, now I want to add the multiplication, because multiplication is something like I want to do this. So instead of doing this, I want to write one more function, say multiply. Okay, so this function is going to multiply, and then so going to do this one. I'm supposed to copy this one, and this one is addition, and the next one is multiply, right? So I do two functions, and one function is going to add two numbers, and the next function is going to multiply two numbers. Okay, so one function is going to add two numbers, the other function is going to multiply numbers. So I'm going to run this to run the scripts. Anyway, like we already looked at how the addition is going to happen. Okay, so 3, 4, this is the first function, 7, then 14, then 8.1, that is 3.5 plus 4.6, and the next one is the big number, and now it's going to multiply. Okay. Oh, sorry. Actually, I forgot to copy that. See here, the basic problem is so here I forgot to put the function name here, say multiply to the addition. And now it's going to do okay, it's doing again the multiply. So here you have to change the operator. It is multiply. So what's the multiply operator? It's a star, right? So this way, so for example, for the time being, I'm going to create this one, then run this. So that you are using just the multiply function, not the addition function. So now it's going to say 3 into 4 is 12. And 10 into 4 is 40, and this is again the decimals, and this is the big number. So this way you can write the functions, any functions, to perform certain operation. Okay, so the function is going to do certain operations and gives you the result. Okay, it performs here the addition operation, and then it gives the result. Okay, what's the addition of two numbers, or what's the multiplication of two numbers. Okay, so can you write a function? So multiply we did. So you can do subtraction or the division quickly, so that we can move. Yeah, if you want to divide, how you do? Great. So what's that operator? You have to write function first. It's not something like message box divide. Scripts here, right? Say output values. What are the things that we did just now? So it's going to follow all this VB script part. So it's going to follow the VB script syntax and the language. Then where really useful this VB scripting is, you are going to write more of these functions. Okay, you are going to write more of the VB script functions, and then you are going to use those functions across different scripts. Okay, so what happens in real time is, let me show you. I'm going to record again a simple script. Then we talk about the scenario, where it is useful, and then how it is useful. Alright, so now I'm going to record the script. So this is the application, and then record it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just record just the login and close application. So login part. And then I'm going to close application and then stop recording. This I recorded a simple script to log in and close application, right? So now I'm going to create different functions. Even what is the other way, like you can open application, either you can do record and run settings, or you can also do, so this is one way you can open application, right? The other way is you can also do using systemutil.run, right? So this way you can use systemutil.run. So this is the application you want to open. So these are the different ways how you can open application. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to write functions for this piece of scripts, right? So the first function I'm going to write is the one that we did just now, right? It's the same way. So I'm going to put function and the function name, say open app, close, and open brackets. That is the syntax. And then move this end function here. So what this function is going to do is going to open application, right? So this way I'm going to write one more function, say function login, then again close and open bracket, and then so I'm going to again, so these are the 3 lines basically it's going to do. Even if you look at the active screen also, so you will get an idea like what these lines are doing, right? So this is an active screen wherever just use, right? So this is the agent name, this is the password, and this is the OK button. So these 3 lines I'm going to put under this function. Let's say n function. So this is the other function to log in. And this is the function actually to close applications, right? So I'm going to write one more function for this, the function close app, then close and open brackets. So this way you can create multiple functions. Usually like in the projects what we do is we are going to create the functions like this. Right, there are 3 functions. One function is to open app, the other function is to log in, the other function is to close app. So this way you are going to write multiple functions in the projects, and then we are going to share these functions across the scripts. Any questions? So what I did is I recorded the script and then I created 3 different functions. Any questions?
Yes, sir. What's the difference then with calling an action, for the existing action or copy of action?
Yes, that's a good question. So then what is the difference between calling an action and calling a function? See, it all depends whether you want to make your life easy or difficult, right? What happens in the projects is, it's not just one or two functions. You're going to write a number of functions. Then what happens at one point of time? If you keep using the reusable actions, then you don't know which script holds that particular reusable action. Right? You just call 300 reusable actions in your script, and you don't know this particular reusable action belongs to which script. So that way the maintenance is very tedious. And also the other thing is, when you keep calling the reusable actions, the script execution is very slow, because the actions itself are heavyweight. Whereas when you call the functions are lightweight, and then you can speed up your script execution. So that is the other reason that what we do usually, the practice is we try to make the functions and then use those functions in the scripts. Okay, so the actions are heavyweight and the functions are lightweight, and also the maintenance part, the functions are easy compared to the reusable actions. Okay, so for the timing, that's what actually I can say. What's the difference between reusable actions and the functions? And also there are some things you cannot do through reusable actions. That is where you have to use the functions. But what are those scenarios? I think this is not the platform. We usually discuss those things in advanced QTP sessions. Okay. Something like you want to connect to the database and then you want to read data from database, you're going to write different VB script functions for that. Okay, so those are the scenarios like where you have to really use these functions instead of the reusable actions. Okay. So now, once you create these functions, then you're also going to do this stuff. So now let's talk about the object repositories. Okay, whenever you deal with the functions, you also look at the object repository files, shared object repositories. So what is an object repository? What's an object repository file? Okay, in simple form it is WAR file. Okay, the object repository file. Okay, so object repository file is a WAR file, and then what it contains is this. So as Divya said, it's basically a collection of objects and its properties. Basically, collection of.
So many of our students have given testimonials on how our training programs are. You will find them on kudzu.com and on our website H2KInfosys.com. On our website H2KInfosys.com, you will also find more detailed information on who we are, the courses that we offer, what each course covers. Also, if you're interested in a demo program, please register on our homepage on the left-hand side. Just give us more information about yourself and we will send you a link for a demo class. The demo class is absolutely free. Experience our commitment by just attending an orientation workshop at no cost. Our team of faculty and advisors are here to guide you with the right information. If you still have more questions, please feel free to call us. Call us at 770-777-1269. This is a United States number. If you're calling from the UK, call us at 020 337 17615. You can also email us at training@h2kinfosys.com or h2kinfosys@gmail.com. Thank you for watching our videos. We wish you a great career in information technology.